All right, ladies and gents, welcome back to the Ick Boys After Hours School Crew Fish Facts and Tank Talk Show. We're a barn burner for you tonight, baby. This whole thing got started off with the guys over at Rook Outdoors. Thanks for that again, fellas. Got me looking at these books. So I explained kind of what the nostrils are about, nares, how fish smell. Figured today we can move on to taste, and we're going to talk a little bit about taste, and we're going to talk about specifically in catfish and bass. That's what we like to catch, And then some other examples. And then we're going to talk about the lateral line. Lateral line's a crazy. It's crazy. Mode in which fish gather more stimulus from their environment. So I'll get into it just a little bit. So taste, okay, or gustatory chemoreception. We don't have to say that. We say, how's that taste? It's not, how are you receiving that gustatorially? No. So gustatory chemoreception, otherwise known as taste. They're fish. They're just like us, baby. They like what they like, and then they know what they don't like. So they use taste for both, food identification as well as avoidance of noxious substances. Bottom feeders, like our friend over there, Fry, right there. Oh, dude, we didn't do the roll, dude. Okay, sorry. There's Stu, rock and roll hoochie coo Stu with the face only a mother can love. There is the idiot Chip. There's Nom Nom. There is Chew. There's Big Fat Fatty Chunker right there. There is Fries in there somewhere. Fries right there. And then me and Mr. Mustard, who knows where the hell he is. He could have escaped for all I know. All right. He could be halfway down to Sewataneo. Okay, so that's a little Shawshank Redemption. Anyway, if you haven't seen that movie, see it. Okay, so bottom feeders, like our friend Catfish Fry down at the Placo. They have considerable numbers of taste receptors on their skin, fins, and barbels. I'll actually see if I can get a little zoom in on the old boy's barbels here. We look at the barbels there. Oh, he's gonna hide from us. Anyway, we all know what a catfish's barbels look like, right? So they have taste receptors absolutely packed into those whiskers. They're called barbels. They're packed into there. Packed. A catfish has big taste buds. They're about 1 per 1 millimeter, 1 per 1 square millimeter. And they pack in a lot of receptors in that one bud. Okay. And they can have up to 10,000 buds. 10,000 receptors per bud. Okay. And so they have big catfish, like, the channel cat and blue cat, they have big buds. They have big taste buds. The Placo catfish, like Fry here and me, Mr. Mustard, they have small taste buds. And in fact, it says that they have, my book here says they can have up to between 41 to 57 taste buds per 1.3 square millimeter field. And I did the research, did the math and stuff, and I'm not going to bore you with it, but we human beings have up to 32 in the same area. So they can go up to 57, we have 32. So they use those for fine chemoreception, fine taste, because they don't really see so well. So they're kind of in these confined spaces. So they have to be able to use their taste buds for directionality. So find out where the rest of the algae is that they're going to eat, the phytoplankton, such. So they have, catfish will have, and same with bass to some extent, but catfish will have taste receptors on their barbels. They'll have it on their pectoral fin, the leading edge of their pectoral fin, and then they'll also have it on their pelvic, on the leading edge of their pelvic fins too, as well as all along their skin, the sides of their skin. So they can kind of, it's amazing how they can, and they will receive this information of taste depending on where if it's the barbells or if it's on the skin, on the epidermis, or if it's on the fins. Depending on where it is, it will receive that information in the brain from a different nerve, which is insanity to think about how much stimuli they're receiving from the world. It's amazing. And then they also have taste, and I didn't know this one. This is a new one to me. If you go back and look at the sunfish, the green sunfish episode, and we looked at the gill rakers and the gill arches, those have taste buds on them as well. I did not know that. They do. So all the freshwater fish that we're talking about, the largemouth bass, the bluegill, the catfish, they're all going to have taste buds on their gill arches and rakers as well. I didn't know that. So that's amazing. They're swimming taste buds. So okay, so and bass are kind of the same way. They're kind of just lower key than the catfish. But bass. Here we go. This is what I want to talk about. The lateral line. Okay. Now the lateral line. So someone said to me, look at Fry's going after these dudes. He's a terrorist. So so the lateral line is this line, and I'm gonna make the thumbnail the lateral line because I already downloaded the picture, but or I already copied the picture and everything. But the lateral line is a line down the side of any given fish, and you can kind of see it a little bit in these orandas that you're not used to. In case you shoot on you, like a bowl of soup, but it's really very subtle. It's on a bass, it's a stripe, and you can't miss it. It goes straight from the back of the head all the way to the caudal fin, which is the tail fin, and it's just a stripe, and that's called the lateral line. And the lateral line is made up of a whole bunch of these things right here. I don't even know if we can. So the lateral line is made up of a group of these structures. Okay. So the top part at the top, this part right here is the part that's out in the water. This part is inside the fish. Okay. And then right here is the divider. Okay. So the stimulus comes in here. What happens is they detect a pressure wave. Boom, here it shakes out these little hairs, and then these little hairs are connected to the sensory cells right here. Sorry, it's not really got the fan blowing on me and stuff. It's not really focusing very well either. But anyway, these sensory cells are all connected to the brain. So that's how. So what I heard somebody say was cast softly. I'm like, how the hell do you do that? So, but I mean, I guess that makes sense. You don't cast your lure in to make a big splash, because after a while, these fish, because they're not totally stupid, they can tell what a lure feels like via their lateral line. Okay, they can feel the changes in pressure on these cupullae, which is that kind of bulging out part. And that those are the lateral line is festooned with these things, and they can tell based on the flexing of the cupullae, and thus the flexing of the sense hairs and then the sense cells, where a disturbance is coming from, and that's amazing. And bass can do that, and so that would lend credence to the advice: when you cast softly. I don't know how to do that, but that's something to think about. So that's the lateral line. It's been a long time since I've cracked open these books. So, but I didn't know about the lateral line, but it's something to think about when you're trying to hunt these elusive little fish down. They're hard to catch for us. Some other people just, I don't know, it's a magic of editing or what. You seem to be pulling bass out wholesale left and right, but they're hard for us to catch here at our pond. So Anyway, hey man, it's fish are crazy creatures. I'm going to get into how they balance and their equilibrium, and then I'm also going to get into how they hear. I talked about it recently. I can't remember. Oh, it was in the Ixolarus episode, the channel catfish episode. We talked about the Weberian apparatus, but I'm going to go in. I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about the Weberian apparatus, the Weberian ossicles, and how they connect to the swim bladder and everything like that, and how they use that for hearing, because they use it a lot. But this lateral line, the stimuli that they receive from their world, from the universe, via the lateral line is crucial to their survival. So I didn't really know that because people don't think nature be like it is, but it do.